Second. Right now, RNZ is reporting that in Mount Maunganui, a camper called police to report slips at the campground just after 6:15 on the morning of the tragedy. This is 3 hours before the slip. Fire and Emergency New Zealand has also confirmed that they received a call warning of potential slips. Both of these calls occurred over 3 hours. It was more than before the landslide struck. Senior Constable Barry Shepherd is the officer in charge of the recovery operation and joins us live this morning. Thank you for being with me. Good morning.
Morning, Ryan. Strictly speaking, I'm in charge of the scene phase of our victim identification process.
Okay, thank you for that clarification. I really appreciate it.
There's a combination of the contractors and urban search and rescue and police working in the scene. But yeah, just to clarify, my role is the scene phase coordinator, strictly speaking.
Okay. Does that mean that you're in charge of where the cordon is and how big it is?
That's kind of a bigger picture than just me. I'm working within the cordon that's already been established. And primarily the cordon is the motor camp boundary fence.
And whose job is it to set that cordon?
Oh, we have police people monitoring the cordons, and we have someone looking after health and safety for us. That's outside of my role within the scene. And as I say, primarily my job is to look after the scene recovery teams, and it's after the urban SAR people and the contractors have perhaps exposed anything that we might be interested in.
Barry, what have you found that you're interested in?
Oh, we are finding human remains. We are finding the loved ones of these grieving families, and so we're doing our business around that.
Do you know how many family members you have recovered?
No, I don't know at this stage, and that's not something we know exactly right now.
Why is that, Barry?
Well, as you would understand, this has been a huge landslide. There has been a lot of destruction. Some of these people were in and around a building. There's thousands and thousands of tons of dirt that has absolutely smashed that building, and people have been spread throughout that pile of dirt. It's tricky.
In terms of the cordon, we're hearing reports that there were people actually walking up Mount Maunganui yesterday, despite all the activity that's going on. Are people allowed to walk up there, or is that out of bounds?
No, that's out of bounds. The local iwi has a rahui on Mount Maunganui at the moment, and it is closed. And I imagine it will be closed for quite some time. And to those people that might think that's clever to sneak through the cordons or the boundaries, please don't. It's just really disrespectful, and we don't need that. There's a lot of families hurting over this. It's a huge disaster for them, and it's just so disrespectful for those people to think it's clever to sneak in.
Barry, RNZ is reporting this morning about a camper who says that they phoned police 3 hours before the slip happened. Can you talk to the police response to that, or is that outside of your area?
Oh, that's way outside of our area of interest and responsibility. Yeah, that's for other people to talk about.
Barry, you said that this is going to take days, if not weeks, to recover the remains, but you are hopeful now that you've got new equipment. What's the new equipment actually doing? How does it help?
Oh, we've got some geotech monitoring equipment. There was a concern a couple of days ago that there might have been another slip up above where we're working. So people just need to understand also that this site is not safe, and it never has been safe. We are just using all our skills and knowledge and all the technology to try and make it safe to work there. Sorry, not to make it safe, to actually just minimise the risk. And there's a lot of heavy machinery working. There are absolutely risks working in that spot.
Initially, when this incident happened, there were locals who were rushing in, and there are people getting quite agitated online about this. There were locals rushing in, trying to help, and were reportedly told, back off, you don't have shoes on, or you don't have the right safe equipment, etc. And people are saying, well, if they had gone in then perhaps people actually could have been brought out alive. What do you say to that?
Well, I think it's an absolutely understandable reaction that people would race in there to help. That's what humans do, right? I don't know about the ability to save anybody. I wasn't here Thursday morning when it happened, so I don't know the intricacies of that issue. But yeah, as I say, 100% that people would just want to help other people, right?
Barry, 100%. I think we can all sympathise, empathise with that feeling, and I
And
appreciate.
you know, if you're doing it in bare feet, and if you happen to have some tools, I think it's entirely reasonable that people raced in there and did whatever they could in the time they had available. No criticism from me on people trying to help people.
But at some point, it's too unsafe to do that.
Oh yeah, once the I guess once the calm came after the storm, so to speak, then I guess we look at what is the best way to deal with this. And after that initial emergency reaction, then you just need to assess how safe it is for us all to be there.
Barry, I really
I
appreciate.
don't think any of the grieving, I don't think any of the grieving families would want anybody else to get hurt over this, and that's our aim. But you know, we're not here for us; we are here for them, and we're just really desperate to help them and get everybody back.